Hello, everyone, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. Hello to those watching live on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to join us live for this show every Thursday at 5 p.m. EST for the live show. Today, we are playing almost said the order. It's Once Upon a Time, which is our weekly viewer game. So let's go around the cast and crew, figure out who we are and what we're playing. Let's start with our Dungeon Master, which is me. Hi, I'm Susie, otherwise known as Susanna Grace, and I shall be DMing this game, which is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition homebrew campaign. And we will go around and introduce ourselves. Let's start with our guests this week. We have Steph and TJ. You're muted.
You are muted.
Hi, I'm muted. Stuff and TJ also. Normally hang out in various chats. You can find me in a few places, but tonight I'll be trying out an Aarakocra bard by the name of Chirpy Chip Chip.
That's a beautiful name for a beautiful concept. We'll move on to our second guest. We have Darkside VO.
Hi, everyone. I'm Thomas, also known as Dorkside VO or DM Dorkside around the internets. Tonight, I will be playing Beef Bourguignon, the Minotaur Barbarian.
Just a round of applause, please, for that name. All right, and we'll go through our we do have someone else who is unfortunately running a bit late, but hopefully she'll be joining us soon. But let's start with our other cast and crew. We have Cleric of Cod.
Hello, I'm Kat, Cleric of Cord. I am Due Diligence, the Warforged wizard who likes to take things literally, and if you were watching last week, has a things for gnomes. Fortunately, there are no gnomes this week.
Thank God. Thank God.
All right. Next up, we have NPC Bree.
Hey guys, it's Bree. I'm playing Malene, the Tiefling Warlock who cannot breed, doesn't know what is happening 100% of the time. Did get blown up last week by Due Diligence, but it's fine. I mean, probably didn't mean anything by it. I mean, we're all friends here. What's a few bombs amongst friends? I've got spiders. I've got a magic mirror. I don't know what I'm doing. Neither does Malene. We'll figure it out.
And last but certainly not least, we have Madame Gandalf.
Oh, hi. My name's Madame Gandalf, and I play Sooty, the little halfling druid who just likes to make things go bloom. And she really wants to try and do her best in this job, but she's also very willing to take some money, skim it off the top if she needs to, because she's got some sick family, well, a sick little sister that she really needs to send as much money back home to. So, honest working job with a little bit of extra fringe benefits is all good here.
Okay, and before we begin today's show, I'll remind you guys that we are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, which is our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and rules you see tonight are using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You should do it. It's great. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer, and 40K minis for 20% off. And this week, check out our new sponsor, which is Dice Envy, who have an amazing subscription service where you can get cool new dice every month. Starting at just $5, you have access to limited run dice delivered to your door. So join us at diceenvy.com. And as a reminder, you can also support the show by retweeting this tweet here, which will, if someone could just really helpfully do the exclamation tweet for me, because I can't get my keyboard. And if you wouldn't mind doing the sponsor one for us too as well. So you got all these sponsor links. And you can also interact with today's game. You can donate to affect the game by giving players Nat 1s, Nat 20s, Wild Magic Surges, and this month's special, the Table of Pets. So without further ado, let's get this thing started, shall we? So last week, we had an interesting day at the TPD. you were given a special mission to investigate what was going on with the Schwein brothers. 2 of them were dead, 1 was left. They both died under mysterious circumstances. Their houses had been blown down, and they were ripped to shreds by a mysterious beast. So, after a bit of arresting everybody in a coffee shop, you made your way to the houses, the housing development, the 1,000-acre wood, in which the Schwein brothers had built their estates. You decided to enter the property after having a brief chat with Officer Bob, and you headed inside to see the final Schwein brother, who I believe was called Porco, if I'm correct. Yes, he was. After a bit of back and forth, you arrested Porco, sent him off to the station with Officer Bob, and one of your number, Leech, a gnome, was dressed up as a pig to act as a decoy for the big bad, which was apparently the hitman of Snow White, who, as we all know, is a drugs baron and sells a drug named Snow, which is a cocaine-like substance. So, meanwhile, at this point, 2 of your number went to investigate the other houses and found that the big bad might not be 1 person, but instead maybe 7 smaller, dwarf-like people who, and they brought these things back to you. After a short while of waiting in the house and everybody getting into bed with Finbar, the big bad arrived at the door and gave his trademark cry of little pig, let me come in. After a bit of back and forth, the door was opened, a scuffle ensued, and you found out that the big bad wolf was in fact actually 7 dwarves in a wolf-shaped trench coat. There was a further scuffle. Many murders happened. A fireball may have been launched. A headbutt may have been given here or there, but eventually most of the dwarves were defeated. 1 remained to be arrested. And one of your number, so remorseful at what he'd done today, arrested himself. Gordon the cleric turned himself in for his many crimes and your crimes that you'd committed. So we begin.
He was a dwarf. Of course he was guilty.
So we begin this session in the stable, which we have affectionately named the bullpen of the TPD. Due diligence, Mylene, Sooty, you find yourselves sat around, waiting for a briefing. The chief is conspicuously absent. He hasn't come into the office at any point that you've seen. And by this point, he's usually come in, shouted at you all, told you all how disappointed he is in you, and maybe given you a case. But you haven't heard from him yet.
Do you think they put him down? It was the leg. They put him down.
Oh no, not another captain. It'll make 2 in like the last month.
At least it wasn't another Hawaiian shirt.
Do they have to
that's my
bury him in a
Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian shirt?
It's the rules. Oh, rule number 6, they have to bury you in a Hawaiian shirt.
Perhaps they'll have a new brand of glue, the Hawaiian brand glue.
Will it smell like coconuts?
Oh my gosh, we can cover like sticker notes all over the wall with his glue to remember him.
Somebody's going to have to
See it
earn the
now.
coffee.
We'll have a luau
Did we
in
put-
his honor.
Wait. Do we put the coffee in the urn or the ashes in the urn?
Oh my gosh, we can
Or
turn him
give
into coffee. We
ashes
can
in
use
the
their many
coffee.
bits.
Oh,
How good.
yes. Like powdered creamer.
Oh my goodness. The captain will be forever remembered inside of us.
Indeed. Okay, that went places.
That went somewhere, man. Okay, just to stop this train from getting any further off the tracks, can I get a perception check from everybody, please? And please
like
call
it.
out your rolls for me. Oh.
I'm rocking a 14.
14.
I'm sorry. No, that's a natural 1. So 3.
Okay, so Sooty and Maylene, as you guys are sat around discussing how tragic the hypothetical loss of the captain would be, you hear a sort of soft snoring coming from his office.
It's a ghost. Due diligence. Go check and see if it's a ghost.
Okay. He rolls in.
Okay, so as you roll into the captain's office, you can see that he is asleep at his desk, face down.
Due diligence rolls back out and goes, guys, they do sleep standing up. And then rolls back in and pulls out his police whistle because he was city guard in his former life, and he blows the police whistle.
Okay, so are you like going real close to him, or are you just doing it from the doorway?
A foot or two in the doorway.
Okay, so you wheel a little bit into the doorway and you blow hard on the whistle, and it emits a piercing just shriek from this whistle. But the captain doesn't stir.
My top half spins around. I yell through the door, someone call 911. And then I spin, the top half spins,
911.
spins back around, goes over to him, and I know that you're supposed to use electricity to restart a heart, so shocking grasp.
Okay, so you reach out to the captain and you touch him and send volts of electricity through. His body sort of convulses, but he doesn't awake.
Malene's going to walk in with a marker.
Mm-hmm.
I know Finbar's on vacation this week, but if he were here, he would ask us to draw something on his face. You know he would.
Yes, he would. Oh, he hasn't had his coffee yet.
You get the coffee, I'll draw a picture.
I turn the spigot on my side and take his mug, fill it up with the coffee, because there's a coffee maker there, of course. And
Of course,
I wave it underneath his nose.
nothing.
I think he's dead.
As you say that, he
Malena's-
lets out a very loud snore.
See? He's dead.
Malene's going to just draw a very beautiful flower pattern, like down his
Oh.
face and like down his neck. It's a very, very nice flower pattern.
Some beautiful
You should make
florals. I
him
dig it. I dig it.
smile.
Gives him like a Joker grin.
Oh God. Okay.
But she like curves it up like up at the lips so it looks like a cat mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's coy.
Sooty, what are you doing? Watching this happen.
Sooty's gonna go, like, he's snoring, so he's clearly breathing.
Mm-hmm.
But she's gonna go and she's gonna pinch his nose
Mm-hmm.
and hold
And you
it.
hear like a and then he just breathes really heavily out of his mouth. And like there's a very bad snore. It doesn't smell great
Too
either.
much coffee breath, holy moly. Well, he's clearly in a very deep sleep. Is there, I'm gonna search the room. Can I search the room?
Yeah,
See if there's any
absolutely.
sign as to maybe why he might be so deep in this sleep.
Roll me an investigation check.
Well, that didn't go too well. That comes to a total of 3.
3. Okay, so you sat digging around trying to find something that might tip off the why the captain is unresponsive. And you see he has a secondary mug, wow, on his desk.
Musk.
A musk with like remnants of yesterday's coffee in it, just in the bottom, and you give it a little smell. It doesn't smell different, doesn't smell like anything's been added to it. But you notice that beneath the cup, you lift it up, there's a newspaper, and there's a headline that talks about Grodin and his trial. It's coming up soon. The Pixies are vigorously defending him and are claiming that no jury in all of Thaelandia will jail this man. He is innocent. But as you look at this, you see that just peeking out of the side of the newspaper appears to be glossier paper, as if from a magazine.
Guys, what's this? What's this? And she's gonna pull it, just like hold it up.
Is it a centerfold?
You pull it out and you see it's one of those really trashy gossip mags. And on the front in big letters is scandal. Fashion guru Mallory E. snubbed from Briar Rose's party.
Oh, really, Captain? I thought a Hawaiian shirt wasn't one sort of low, then this kind of thing is. Oh, Lordy. Looks like he's into gossip. He's got it open on this article. What do you think, due diligence?
If you would like, you could roll me history checks to see what you know about this Mallory E. and Briar Rose.
All right.
4.
18.
Okay, so Sooty, you've not been abreast of this current situation. You don't know who these people are. You might be a bit out of the gossip loop lately, living under your desk. However, due diligence, you like to do your due diligence and find out what the pulse is around Thaelandia. You want to know what's going on and who's doing what. Well, you know that Mallory E. is the editor of a incredibly hoity-toity fashion magazine named Vogue. And you know that she is a high-powered, scary lady. You also know that Briar Rose is a young celebrity who had a big birthday party coming up soon. And this appears to have been the inciting incident here. Mallory had not been invited to this huge party. Anybody who was worth anything was going to Briar Rose's party, but Mallory had not been invited.
He goes back to the manual and starts looking for the protocol for what you're supposed to do when your captain won't wake up.
Do you think this has anything to do with why the captain's sleeping so heavily, or is he just as bored by this content as I am?
Probably the second.
Magazine.
Yes.
Well,
as you guys have stood around looking at this magazine over the captain, you realize that the TPD has been actually very quiet today. Usually you hear a lot of chatter in the background. You'll hear people in the cells calling out, claiming their innocence. You hear various beeps from various stones of fast speech that people wear on their belts. But it's very quiet today.
Wonder where Officer Bob is.
You actually remember as well, when you came to the front desk this morning, you didn't see Addison. Addison wasn't there. Actually,
Well,
it was very quiet in the corridors.
Didn't Addison get promoted?
Well, Addison did kind of do some field work, but they're back on the desk, keeping an eye on you all.
Oh, that's right. Somebody needs to go out to the desk to make sure it's not a mimic. Maylene,
Yes.
the desk.
Would you like me to go kill the desk? Fine.
Yes.
She takes out her small dagger, her only weapon, and she goes charging through the TPD. And she goes in there and she just goes, a dink! Right on top of the desk.
So, roll an attack for the desk.
Let's Let's see. What is my dex modifier? All right. That is a 14 to hit the desk.
Okay, you hit the desk. Roll your damage.
Okay. Would be, well, there was a 3 plus 3. A 6. 7.
Okay, so as you run up and stick your dagger in the top of the desk, it just goes, ow. And at this point, as you are stood there, the desk has just reacted verbally to being stabbed. Biff, Chirpy, you walk into the welcome hall, entry place. Wow, brain. Reception, that's the word. And you watch as Maylene is sticking a dagger in the desk.
Well, I can certainly say that I have never seen someone attack a desk before, but to each their own, I suppose. Are you the
Yes,
person that we are supposed to meet?
The desk just spoke to me, sir. I feel like we have more grave matters. Come here, come here. Excuse me, Mr. Desk. Me and this... What's your name?
I am Biff Bourguignon, at your service.
Me and this very large cow man have a few questions for you.
The desk is silent.
Desk, hello.
She's gonna remove her dagger and just put it back into the desk.
Chirpy, come here. Perhaps you can get this desk to speak to us.
Oh, you're muted again.
Okay. I'm on my way. In waddles this large cockerel, desperately wielding a lute.
Gosh, it's like Christmas dinner. We have the cow man and the bird man.
So,
I beg your
the desk
pardon,
won't
but,
talk, will it?
Well, no, I
Can you
cannot
make
seem to get it
desks?
to talk.
Do you speak desk? Moline's gonna just stab the desk again.
That would be utterly ridiculous.
It would seem you are familiar with my scent. Utter insanity.
Now that's a load of bullpucky.
Good God. So, as Maylene, as you continue to keep stabbing this desk in various points, it's not responding anymore. It's not saying anything.
I killed the desk. Oh no, I killed the desk.
It is
Is it
the
right
right
here?
desk.
Can I investigate the desk? Look for like, I don't know. Moline's like looking for like a pulse now. She's like, did I kill the desk? She's like, like they're opening drawers. And...
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
I can't believe I just killed someone in the TPD. I very rarely do that.
It's a shameful day for the TPD.
13.
One of our own stabbed in the desk.
So that was a 13 for investigation. Okay, Maylene, you are feeling around the desk, looking for any sign of life. You put your finger on like knots in the woodwork, trying to feel for a pulse. You're going along the seams. There's nothing there. It's not responding.
I killed the desk.
Well, I suppose there's nothing left to do but turn it into firewood. And I reach to my back and pull out a large maul.
Wait! Addison will be so cross with me. I killed their only friend.
No, she has a friend in Officer Bob.
Oh yeah, you're right. No,
We
you're
have
fine.
one chance. I will not let this stand. And I'll jump up onto the desk and go, live! 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 Get a persuasion roll going to persuade Pauline that it will come back to life.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check.
Persuading the desk.
That is a turkey.
Well,
Okay. So as Chirpy jumps up onto the desk and thumps it hard,
That's
and shouts, "Live, live!" You hear the desk go, "Live!"
oh my
I
god.
wasn't even expecting that.
It's a miracle.
Maline's gonna like put her face on the desk like, I'm so sorry I stabbed you so many times.
That's cool.
I knew you were a mimic. I knew it.
Not a mimic. Just some guy got turned into a desk, trying to make a living.
Oh goodness.
You get paid?
Yeah.
The desk gets paid,
We don't
but I
get paid.
don't.
You guys should get paid.
This gig
Wait,
paid.
who handles your finances?
Finbar, of course.
oh,
Idiot.
that explains it. I am familiar
Yeah.
with Finbar. He's a rapscallion if there is one.
He's the second in command. He's almost the captain.
He's a half elf. He's not a rapscallion.
Ah, I see.
He does make good stage wear.
I
Yeah,
don't
my
know what
wife
that
has
is.
a pair of his
Have you
underwear
seen a
back home.
rapscallion?
I'm
Little
sorry, Mr.
onions?
Desk. Are you married?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, do you have kids? Did I almost kill a father?
I do.
I only kill fathers
father
on
to a
Tuesdays. I
stool
think
and a
it's like
bureau.
Friday or something.
I can fix this. I'll cast mending on the desk.
Okay.
I start mending out the. And actually, what happens
Stab
is a sanding wheel comes out,
Yes.
starts buffing out the, sanding out the. Yeah.
And you hear the desk be like, "Oh yeah, yeah," just that. You know, as if behind like the shoulder is like just a little bit. Oh, that's the spot. Yeah,
Right in the grooves. Right in the grooves.
right in the grooves.
Yep. Yeah. Whoop, too deep. Never mind. Sorry.
Ah! Okay, so go ahead. No, you
No,
go
no,
ahead.
I was. So anyway, my friend Chirpy here and I are here to join this organization. We are supposed to be meeting with the captain.
The captain is gone.
Gone where?
To sleep.
Gone.
Like the long kind of sleep, or perhaps just a nap or so.
He's not waking up.
It's
I
a
like just the
long
long kind.
sleep.
It's a long
It's a
sleep.
very heavy nap.
The big sleep.
The very big sleep. We even blew a whistle and he just snored.
Well, I don't recall being here and putting a sleeper hold on him, so I don't believe that is my doing. But perhaps we should find out what happened.
That's what police officers would do.
Yes.
Yes.
Biff and Chirpy,
Are
you
you
also
police
know that.
officers?
You guys also understand that this place is suspiciously quiet for a police station. There doesn't appear to be like anyone around.
Yes. Where is the rest of
are-
your compatriots?
Are you police officers?
They are now.
police officers in training.
You will need pamphlets. And your
Of course.
out pops 2 pamphlets. You're each handed one. It has rules written on the front. There are 6 of them listed inside.
Ah, yes, I can get behind this one. No king shaming.
That's an important rule. Rule number 2, the one we never break.
Oh,
Yes.
it's extremely important, especially for me.
And I always
man.
have a warrant.
Always.
Always.
I do not know if I have a red Hawaiian shirt in my disguises. I will have to check.
It's only for burial.
We only use Hawaiian shirts for burial, then we throw a luau.
Perhaps we must
Ah.
pretend to be dead. So maybe you should obtain one before it is over. You know, I killed a man today.
We should go
Yes, you
find
did.
Porker.
Okay,
If we're
so
having a
what
luau,
are you
we'll
guys?
need porco.
Oh my! What are you guys doing right now? So what's the plan?
We need to. I don't know what you guys were reading,
Investigate.
so I don't know what's happening.
Well, what I can say is what I can remember from the police academy is that we are supposed to look for evidence, perhaps maybe means and motive, and possibly a suspect, if I am remembering correctly.
No,
Mallory
we
E.
find the bad guys and we slit their throats.
Oh, this is that kind
It
of
was
police.
Mallory E.
Okay.
That was the clue.
No, no,
Mallory
no.
E. She did it.
Mallory E. See, there we go. Now let's get a warrant. Let's go there and kill her. When she
'Cause
dies, it
normally
will wake
the
up.
captain gives us a case or a purpose each week, but I
just
feel
thought
no
of
sense of
something.
purpose right now.
What we didn't try is to kiss the captain. You know when people fall asleep and you kiss them awake. Has anyone tried to kiss the captain?
No.
I have not. I've kissed you. I could kiss the captain too. And
You do it, City.
die for it.
Okay, so Sooty just like she's a little dust trail as she just scoots off up to the captain's office, and she plants a massive smacker right on the captain's lips, but he doesn't wake.
You must not
I
be.
guess we
true
were
love.
never meant to be. Great minds.
As you see that, as you say that, Sooty, you look down and see the glint of a golden wedding band on his finger, remembering that the captain has a husband.
We need to find the captain's husband. Only true loves, probably multiple kiss.
We're gonna go to the
Well,
captain's house. Field trip.
Okay.
Field trip.
As this is happening, Biff, Chirpy, due diligence, back down in the reception hall, you hear what appears to be the sound of a vehicular crash. There is an almighty sound of wheels like spinning and turning, and then the sudden just
And horses and
explosion
chains.
of wood. You're muted.
Yeah,
I look at the
just
desk to make sure that
explained
the desk is okay first.
The desk is fine.
And then I go, okay. Then I go rolling outside. I tell the desk, stay right here. Don't look. It might be ugly.
Yeah.
And with that sort of, hey, action at last. And
Yes, this is
She
what
can
we've
put it
been
back
waiting
there.
for, my friend.
As the doors are flung open by due diligence, you see in front of you the street. And you see a very bizarre and kind of horrific scene. People on the street are just lying down on the ground. And this crash in front of you, somebody is slumped over the front of a cart. Another person has been flung like 6 feet away from the wreckage. The horses from the cart are on the ground, lying still. But everybody,
First, I check for wedding rings on the horses.
none of the horses have wedding rings.
Okay, so
Wedding
none of these
rings.
are married to the captain. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, so as you do so, everything just lights up. Everybody lights up.
You know, Chirpy, my friend, I'm beginning to suspect there is something going on here.
Does any particular item light up?
No. It's as if there's a huge scale magical effect.
I think you are right, my friend. And he'll unsling his bag of holding and pull out the big Sherlock Holmes style hat and the pipe and the magnifying glass, and he'll move forward, body to body.
Mhm. So Chirpy just starts going around like inspecting people with the magnifying glass. There's like a half-orc dude asleep on the ground. You see a couple of elves, a dwarf here and there. They all appear to be asleep. In a deep, deep sleep. So no matter how much you prod or poke them, roll them over, move their limbs, none of them stir.
Elementary, my dear Buff and companions. Magic.
Yes, magic. I can see it. I don't have dispel magic. I have counterspell, but not dispel magic.
Biff, as you're taking in the scene from the steps of the TPD, you look at the street, you look at the people, and then you sort of glance out towards the rest of Thailandia, and you see that Briar Rose's castle. In one of the parapets, there's a bright green light, and it appears to be surrounded by incredibly large, unnatural, thick thorns.
My friends, I'm beginning to suspect that perhaps there's something going on with that green light. I don't know why, but for some reason my eye was just drawn to it.
Do you think we should follow it?
Well,
It's like
Biff
a
is
beacon.
closest to the captain in species. They both have antlers. So, do minotaurs have antlers? Now that I'm thinking about it,
I
don't know if centaur do
horns.
either.
I mean antlers. Not antlers. Hooves. Hooves is the word I'm looking for. Hooves.
Hooves.
Malene never went
yes,
to
that's
school. See, they both have hooves. If he thinks we need to follow the green light, I think he's right. He's the closest to the captain we've got right now.
Oh, I
This
feel
makes
sorry
sense.
for
Yes, let's
y'all.
go. Most people do.
Finally, a suspect I can converse with.
Okay, so are you guys making your way towards the castle?
Yeah.
All right, so you make your way through the streets of Thailandia, and it's very, very eerie. It's so quiet. There's not a soul awake. Everybody looks peaceful, however, asleep. There's no sort of like really gnarly stuff going on. You know, you see people like at the coffee shop on Drury Lane. You see them sort of at their tables, but sleeping peacefully. Their coffee's going cold. There's
Coffee can't keep them awake.
there's all sorts of manner of scenes going on. There's children in the park that are just lie down asleep. There's dogs that had been chasing balls that are asleep with the ball in their mouth. Their back legs kicking furiously as they're chasing something in a dream. But before long, you make your way out to the bougie area of Thailandia, the rich zone, where there's actually a lot of castles in Thailandia. It's where the hoity-toity, high and noble classes live in their gated community. And you see indeed that Briar Rose's castle, which you know it's hers because it's rose gold, and the parapet's aligned with like diamantes. You see it's completely enclosed by these large thorns.
Huh.
My friends, I'm beginning to wish that I had chosen to bring an axe instead of a maul.
But due diligence can blow up plant things and
Yes.
people.
Oh,
But
Sooty-
Sooty is better with plants. She got mad the last time I did that. Sooty got mad the last time I blew up the plants.
It's true. You don't blow plants up. You let them bloom, not bloom.
Yes.
Bloom, not boom. Bloom, not boom.
Bloom, not boom. Yes. Rule number 7.
Bloom, not boom.
6 is you have to be
Everyone's
buried in a Hawaiian
buried in
shirt.
Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so Sooty, are you casting Speak with Plants?
Yes. I
All
would like
right.
to. Hey, Hey, Mr. Plant, Miss Plant. I don't, Plant.
You just hear a voice come back saying, "Hey, piss off."
I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you doing something? I didn't mean to.
Just go away. Piss off.
Well, you see, we have a little bit of a situation going on here. See, my friends, they want to blow you up. And I said no. We should have a conversation, Communication is key.
Go away. It's best for you if you go
Well,
away.
Why do you want me to go away?
Because I've got to be here to protect the castle. And you're just going to get hurt if you hurt me, so don't bother. Go away.
Well, do you think maybe you could possibly let us into the castle, pretty please?
No, can do. Sorry.
Well,
Ask them if there's somebody they can let into the castle.
is there anyone you can let into the castle?
If there was, I wouldn't tell you.
Does it have to be a princess, or do they need to have hooves? We have a friend with
Piss
hooves.
off. Don't you understand? I'm not going to tell you. Go away.
Detect thoughts.
Well,
I don't know if you can detect thought a plant.
Oh.
Is the plant behaving, Sooty?
no, this plant is being a bit of a jerk, to be honest. I think we may just have to blow it up.
Okay.
I think we might have to break the rule and go boom,
Yeah.
not bloom.
Oh, they're being a little prickly, aren't they?
Exactly, they're being a bit prickly. So, I gave you a chance, Mr. Plant. I gave you a chance. I'm afraid we might have to take action. And I'm sorry.
And she's going to turn around and apologize to all the other shrubbery and blade the grass around her.
I tried talking with it. I really did.
You hear a blade of grass say, "You did what you had to do." We're sorry it had to come to this too.
There's a spark on Due Diligence's arm that looks like the flamethrower gun from Aliens. Where she's got that. Okay. Do you see that? And then all of a sudden, fireball.
Okay. Fireball that plant.
To the thorns, yes.
Single
that
tear.
that won't let us in.
A single tear from Sooty goes down Sooty's face.
So I'm guessing they're going to automatically fail the deck save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a plant. It's not going anywhere.
Okay. 8d6 coming up. 25.
Okay. And Sooty, the last thing you hear before the plant is the thorns immediately in front of you are burned away is you just hear, what the fuck? As it and burns away.
There's more where that came from.
Kill the spiky plants. Kill the spiky plants.
As the thorns burn away in front of you and reduce to embers in the ground, you hear in the skies something that sounds like extremely large wings. As you look up,
the sound of that.
It's
You
Chirpy's
see-
dad, right?
It's the chief.
you look up and you see what appears to be a large green dragon.
It's the chief.
Oh,
The chief
and
of the
this
dragon?
dragon circles.
Yes, she's
the
a real
tower.
dragon lady.
Yes, the police chief is literally a dragon.
I remembered that.
Chief Dragonov, the dragon. So this green dragon circles the tower before it comes to land on the ground in front of you.
Chief.
Chief.
I'm not your chief. Who are you?
Nobody?
At this point, Chirpy is just flying up about 30 or 40 feet, sort of outside of the cone, as it were.
My name's Finbar. Yes, Finbar.
Finbar.
Yes.
No, you're not Finbar. I've seen his
Yes,
work.
I am.
I've seen him. I have had the displeasure of meeting Finbar, and you are not him.
Did he do that thing he does to a lot of ladies where when you woke up you were alone? Because I'm really sorry. He used to have me send flowers, but I couldn't write the addresses down, so it was really hard to send flowers to the
No,
ladies.
no, dear. I'd never let Finbar within 6 feet of me.
Oh, well, then I feel kind of special. I'm kind of close. Hi, my name is Malene. Nice to meet you.
Merlin. Now, I'll repeat myself only once. What are you doing here?
I think that's the third or the fourth time you said that.
We have a warrant.
Yes, I have
Do
a
you
warrant.
now? And what is this warrant for?
Entry into the castle.
Is it?
Yes,
May I
is.
see it?
of course. And I rip it off the dot matrix printer where it says warrant to enter Briar Rose's castle. And I hand it to him.
The dragon takes it in her big claw, and just bink, looks at it, and with a small destroys it with her breath.
And you hear a dot matrix printer go again, and out comes another. He rips off another sheet. I can do this all day.
As can I.
Oh my gosh, like a game.
Yes.
You know, destroying that paper isn't very green of you.
It's also illegal. We will have to arrest you.
We don't have manacles. Oh, due diligence. Do you have
I do
dragon
have
manacles?
I have manacles.
I would sincerely love to see you try.
I haven't had a good fight in a while.
Very well, then. And I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh dear.
I must remind you of our conversation, Buff.
Oh,
What conversation is that, my friend?
Oops.
Oh, okay, that didn't.
11 for Biff.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll written down from 25 and see what everybody got so I can do my order. So do we have between 25 and 20? All right.
24.
Oh, 24 from Chirpy. Dang.
Chirpy, badass bird.
Between 20 and 15?
15.
15 from Maylene. Between 15 and 10.
11 for Biff.
11 for Biff. And what did due diligence and Sooty get?
8.
4.
Oh no. Okay, so at the top of the round we have Chirpy.
Chirpy is going to pull out his lute and strumming a particularly discordant sequence. Just turn over his shoulder and go, "Oh, please. You couldn't burn your way out of a paper bag." Vicious mockery.
Nice. Okay, so that's a save from me, I believe, right?
It is, yes.
Oh,
Wisdom
a wisdom
save.
save. Yep.
Yep.
That is a 13.
A 13 doesn't quite make it.
Ooh.
So we do 2 and 3. So 5 total. Psychic. And then he's going to switch on to a major chord sequence and go, Buff, you know that beef is good. Buff, you know that beef is good. And as a bonus action, give out some bardic inspiration to Buff.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, my friend.
As you strike that discordant chord and dunk on this dragon, you watch as she sort of rears back and goes, and puts one hand to her large dragon chest in almost shock as she recoils from the 5 points of damage and the more damage you did to her ego. However, she's going to turn and she's going to breathe her poison breath on Biff, Dew, Maylene, and Sooty because they're all nicely in front of her. Chirpy just out of that cone there. So I need you all to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. Oof.
Woof. That's a 12 for Biff.
Okay. So what did we get? We got a 12 for Biff,
19 for Dew.
7 for Maylene. Sooty, what did you get?
17.
Okay, so Sooty and Dew, you make the save. However, Biff and Maylene, you fail. It's So that's 26 points in total because I rolled like ass. So that's reduced to 13 for Dew and for Sooty.
And Dew is also resistant to poison damage, so 13
that
halved
would
again.
Yeah, which would be 6
Okay.
because you wrote round down.
Yep.
And she's going to sort of rear back with a very smug look on her face as she's just breathed poison over all of you. Which will bring us now to Maylene.
So as a reaction to her hurting me, can I cast Hellish Rebuke on her?
I believe that you can, yes.
Okay, so she will have to make a dexterity saving throw or take 3d10 damage.
Okay,
Or half
that is
3d10.
that's a 10.
That is a
So I-
fail.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Turns out large dragons aren't kind of that dexterous, huh?
All right, so that's a 12 damage.
12 damage, nice. Okay. So you rebuke her with hellish flames as she baths this poison onto you. Now it's your turn proper.
Turn, I'm going to cast... I'm going to do an Eldritch Blast with Agonizing Blast to do charisma damage. On top of it,
Ooh.
plus 7 here. So does a 22 hit?
Yeah, it does.
There we go. Let's
Get
see
it.
those. And we're going to do, for the first one, it'll be a +3 to this. Oh, wait, no, that was the wrong dice. Was it the wrong dice? That was the wrong dice. No, it was the right dice. Yes. So 13 damage for the first one. Remember, for the second one, it is up 9. So that one is. So that is all. She does the 13 damage with one of her Eldritch Blasts.
Sweet. Okay. So, let me just do the math real quick. So, yeah, you launch this blast of energy from your finger right into her, and she sort of, it seems to just kind of just like hit her. It's obviously hit her and done damage, but she's keeping that stony sort of like peasant sort of look about her face. Biff, you're up.
All right. I'm going to look at the dragon after inhaling quite a bit of poison and say, "Oh, Lady Dragon, that is not very nice. Didn't anyone ever teach you to play nice with people?" And I'm going to pull out a bottle of utter insanity and douse myself in it and go into a rage
Nice.
as my bonus action. And rush forward and attack her with my maul.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
And I will be attacking recklessly.
Okie doke.
So that's a 2 or a 1, which definitely does not hit.
Okay, so you've only got one attack
And,
at level 5, right? Or do you have 2 attacks?
No, I've got extra attack, yeah. Okay, that'll be an 18 plus 8, so 26 to hit with the second one.
Absolutely. Yep.
And as I hit her, you see as spectral forms of other minotaurs. One that's a luchador that's wearing a human face mask. One that's like a Tweedly wrestler from like the 1920s, and so on and so forth. As they all like encircle her and start harrying her as my ancestral guardian barbarian ability takes effect. So basically, what happens is now that I've hit her. She has disadvantage on attacks against anyone except for me. And if she hits someone other than me, the person has resistance to the damage with the attack.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's going to be, what is that? 2d6 plus... Oh, very nice. So that's going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage. For that attack.
All right. Cool. So Biff charges forward. He smells. Does Odin Sanity smell nice, or is it a very pungent smell?
It's definitely musky. It's reminiscent of a barnyard, for sure.
Okay. So there's a huge smell of barnyard around Biff right now as he pulls out this vial, douses himself in it, and charges in at the dragon and lands a good solid hit against her. Dew, you are up next as Biff charges forward and hits the dragon.
The kind of ragged, patchy robe that Dew wears, nobody knows quite why he rips off a patch. And using an action, he's now holding a 2nd level spell scroll in his hand.
Nice.
May I go ahead and cast it?
You absolutely can, yeah.
Enlarge, reduce.
Okay.
I'd like to reduce. I don't have the spell directly in front of me. My app isn't working, so I don't know what the save is on that. Sorry.
Let me do a quick Google.
I believe it's a wisdom save, but I'm not sure.
Looks to be a con save. Choose either a creature or an object. If the target is unwilling, make a con saving throw. On a success, the spell has no effect. So it's con.
So a Constitution saving throw. Let's
a
go.
DC 15.
DC 15. Okay, unfortunately that's a 21.
Okay, well, it didn't work. Well, that was a waste. Just kind of tear up the... actually, a little shredder pops out, it goes through the shredder.
There's little bits of paper on the ground now in front of due diligence. Would you like to do anything else? Would you like to move?
Am I going to take an attack of opportunity if I do so?
No, you're like 10, at least 10 feet away from the dragon. Like she dropped a little bit away from you.
Then yes, I would like to go ahead and back up 30 feet.
Okie dokie. So you are backing way up out of her range. So Sooty, you're up.
Well, this thing is very big. I'm very small. Hold person, I don't think is really going to be all too effective because it's very big. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Sleet Storm.
Ooh.
And rain it down with that sleet on that dragon's ass.
Okay. So what does Sleet Storm do?
So it creates freezing rain and sleet fall in like a 20-foot tall cylinder and a 40-foot radius on a center point of my choosing. And the area is heavily obscured and exposed flames in the area are doused.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping that means, like, shh. Huh?
It's worth a shot. So you call
And the
down
ground is
the
also covered
storm.
in like a slick ice, making it difficult terrain. And
Sweet.
they have to take a dexterity saving throw
Well, let's
when
go.
they start to turn on there.
Oh, when they start at 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll use that roll anyway because I already rolled it. But so you call down this sleet storm upon the dragon, and she kind of just disappears behind this curtain of rainy snow. It's very dark in this cylinder that Sooty's just done right in front of him. And Biff, right in front of you, Sooty's been very careful not to envelop you in the sleet storm. So you're looking up at the dragon, like challenging it for its next hit. And suddenly it's just obscured by this like wall of snow and rain and ice.
Freeze, come back.
Okay, which will bring us back up to Chirpy. You're muted.
For my own good. Having first just sort of reared back just a little bit as target is now obscured, and I'm thinking, have to invent radar. That's okay. He's going to whisper out a song in probably about a flattened fifth out of tune. Ooh. Sort of share around in your eye towards the dragon and cast Dissonant Whispers using a 3rd level slot. So it gets a save.
Okay. God damn it. That's a 9.
A 9 won't quite do it. So let's see if I can make this work. Where's the slash? Die 5. 5d6. So 15 points.
15 points of damage. And somewhere within the sleet storm, you hear like this upset sort of like sob as she's hearing the sound through the sleet and snow. You hear her say something about my hair. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Okie doke. Which will bring us back to the dragon, and she for her, it was a dex save, right? For the sleet storm?
Yes, it's a dex save.
That's an 11. So what happens if she fails the dex save, Madam Gandalf?
If she fails the dex save, then they are now prone.
Okay.
On a failed save, it falls prone.
Okay.
And if a creature is concentrating in the spell's area, the creature must make a successful Constitution saving throw against my spell DC or lose concentration.
Gotcha. So as Sooty is calling down the storm, as you hear Chirpy belt out this just horrendously just awful, like slightly off, just unnervingly off song, you hear the dragon sort of wail, mutter something about her hair before you hear and a thud as she eats shit. And you watch as like one hand splays out of the sleet storm and her tail splays out the other side. Oh, the indignity of it all. And she's going to use half her movement to stand up again. And then she's going to very frustratedly sort of step forward out of it. So like stick her head out of the sleet storm. And she's going to lash out at the closest person to her, which is Biff. And she's going to make 3 attacks at you, Biff.
Okay.
So we have a 12 to hit with the bite.
12 does not hit.
So that's a miss. Then we have a 20 not natural with a claw.
One moment.
That hits.
I'm going to cutting word in between there before he decides whether that's a hit. So we'll deduct an 8. So that's a 14.
Ooh, does a 14
does not hit. Does not hit.
Shoot. Okay, and the last one is a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Okay, so it's just a little scrape. Okay, so you will take. Oh, come on. 8 points of slashing damage as she just lashes out at you from the sleet. But you're raging, right?
To 4, yeah.
So it's reduced to 4.
Alrighty.
And you hear her just
just a
cry
flesh
out in
wound.
frustration. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. No, it isn't. Your arm's off. Okay, so this will bring us to Maylene.
I have a question that I guess would go to City and the DM, and it is about the sleet storm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that says in the sleet storm about using fire spells in there? Does it have an effect on either?
Yeah,
of the things?
any exposed flames in the area are doused.
But if you are using magic to make fire, it's magical flame, and that usually is unaffected by spells. So if it's
Okay, cool.
natural
So then-
flame, like a bonfire or something, then yeah. But magical fire is usually exempt from stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to cast Fireball.
Oh, okay.
And that's what, 8d6? I believe it's 8d6.
Well, it's a dex save from the dragon,
Yes, to take half of the 8d6.
which will be a 12.
That is a fail.
Side note, does anybody know where I can send my dice to get them cleansed? Because they're very cursed.
That is
Nelson Paladin.
26. I got some pretty low rolls, so.
26. Hey, still pretty good damage, though. Which will bring
yes.
to...
I will use my movement to get just as far away as possible from the dragon.
Okay, yeah, just like, no. Stepping back.
Yeah, like I did a big explosion. I don't want to piss her off. I am ghosted.
All right. So there's a huge explosion as Maylene launches a fireball at the dragon. Biff, if you had eyebrows, they would be singed.
Woof.
Which is actually now your turn. You feel
Alright,
very warm all of a sudden.
Yeah. Feels good. Feels good. I'm going to look up at Chirpy and say, "Thank you, my friend, for your assistance." And I'm going to go on and attack Reckless. That's
All
a
right, let's
natural
go.
20
Yeah, you did it.
for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 7 plus 8 is 15. I don't think we'll hit a
15
dragon.
does not hit.
Okay, well, the first one is a good hit. So let's see here. 4d6. Oof, very bad damage. So we got 9 plus 5 is 14, plus 2 is 16. And then as a bonus action, is the dragon what size is the dragon? Is it large or is it huge?
It is large.
Large. Okay. As my bonus action, I'm going to attempt to shove it.
Ooh.
Because I'm a minotaur, so it needs to make a strength saving throw. DC is 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 16. DC 16 strength saving throw.
Okay, that is a 17.
Okay, it does not get shoved.
You give her a
But
good
that's
push, then
okay.
she's just like, "Excuse me." So that's a good chunk of damage, though.
Oh, and also the ancestral guardian thing takes effect again. So
Cool. And you recklessly attack that round, yeah?
yes.
Cool. I forgot to take that into account last round, but never mind. Maylene. Nope. Due diligence. Sorry, I went the wrong way.
That's all right. The thorns, it's a wall of thorns. Is that correct around the
Yes.
castle?
It is, yeah.
I'm going to tear off another patch from the robe, and there is now a window in the wall of thorns, which I will then open and climb through.
Okay. So you are climbing through the wall of thorns through this window.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your whole turn? Is that everything you're doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna open up the window, put the window up there, and climb through it. Yes.
Okie dokie. Which will bring us to Sooty.
All right. Well, Sooty not really knowing what to do at this point because she's already kind of just made things difficult. Well, she's gonna.
How far away is she? She's pretty far
well-
away compared to everyone else still.
Yeah. Because Sooty
Okay,
will have
so
been
she
like...
can't thunder wave, but I. You know what?
I will cast like. No, I don't really need to jump either to get closer.
I just want to get closer. I just want to be right there in the thick of things, but outside of my cone.
Okay, cool. Are you maintaining... Is Sleet Storm concentration? I think it is.
Yes, it's concentration.
Okay, so you're going to maintain concentration on that, keep that up on the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Because she is still kind of in it. She just kind of stuck her head out of it to attack Biff. Okay, so that will bring us to Chirpy.
Chirpy will keep pumping in the dissonant whispers, but only at second level this time.
Mm-hmm.
We need a little bit of safety grounds, so a wisdom saving throw.
Let's go. Let's see. That is a 15.
That will indeed save.
Woo! I mean,
So
no.
you take 7. Sorry, take 6.
Take
Tomcat.
6. Okay. At this point, Chirpy, you can see the dragon is getting very visibly annoyed at you. And she turns her head and she breathes her acid breath on you alone. She makes sure to center you in the cone. So I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Con saving throw.
A con save.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the ancestral guardians can't protect you from that.
Indeed,
Nope.
I need to check one thing very quickly. Okay, yes, I can't use that against my save, so we're just going to do this normally. So yes, please go ahead and as I'm up there flying, ha 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 ha! You can't hit me.
So that's 6. Okay, that's not a pass, I'm afraid. You take 31 points of poison damage as she just unleashes hell at you, Chirpy.
Mm-hmm. I will cut that a little bit, but okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everybody believes what I say. I am perfectly okay.
She just hear her say, I hate birds. Okay, which will bring us to Maylene.
Maylene is just going to burn her last spell slot and cast another fireball.
Cool.
So that will be another dexterity saving throw, or she will take the brunt of the 8d6.
Hey, so that was a 4. No, but for real though, because
That
someone
was
come
a-
and
that
watch
was
my
a-
dice.
Oh,
For
wait.
real though.
Minus the +7. I don't know why I was there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18. So that was 18, not 25.
18.
And she is going to move another 30. She's actually going to use her movement to walk towards where due diligence went because
Okay, so yeah. So is that window
in
still
that
up?
direction.
Yeah. Is the window still up?
Oh
that
yeah,
you put
it's
in?
it's now permanent. Yeah, it's permanent. There's now a permanent window in this wall of thorns.
Okay. So you're gonna head towards the window that Dew made. That's absolutely fine. Biff, you're up.
All right.
She's
attempting
ignoring
to
you,
draw-
man.
Attempting to draw aggro, I'm going to say, "Hey, dragon lady, over here. Pay attention to me, not to them." And attacking recklessly again. I'm going to. That's a 9 plus. Hang on. 9 plus 8 is 17. I'm going to use the inspiration die that my friend Chirpy gave me. So that's another 3. That'll make it 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Or sorry, 20 to hit, not 21.
Yep.
And then another attack. Oh, I missed the box. Shame, that was a good. Oh well, that'll do too. That's another
I
crit.
mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's fine.
All right,
great.
so that's 66. 23 plus 5 for each one, so that's 33 plus 4 for the rage, so that's 37.
Oh, dang, dude.
Beefy Biff.
So you are very, very determined to get this dragon's attention. And you just unleash a hellish flurry of blows upon her. And she says, "All right, you have my attention." And
My friends,
growls
I
at
think
you.
I'm beginning to think that I might regret this, but you should get away while you can.
All right, Dew, you're up. You've disappeared through a window in the thorns.
Realizing that nobody's followed, he sticks his head back, he leans back out and he goes, guys, over here. And seeing the dragon, oh yeah, you, magic missile at 2nd level.
Nice.
So it should be 3, correct?
Yes.
So that's 5 plus 4 plus 12, 17 points of force damage.
Ooh, okay. Maths is difficult.
Gosh, I agree.
And then come on, in here.
All right, so
I'm coming.
Sooty, due diligence is calling to you from a window that he's made, in the vines. The dragon seems to be incredibly focused on Biff right now. Chirpy has just been kind of semi-melted up in the sky. What would you like to do?
I would like to run towards where due diligence is, which, if it happens to take me anywhere near the dragon as I'm like running past, I'm not sure.
It wouldn't be close enough for an attack of opportunity, but if you did want to cast a spell as you were doing it, you could do so.
I was thinking maybe as I run, I could just have like a thunder wave.
Yeah, absolutely. that's amazing.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll just
a little
I'll
from
run.
Sophie, she runs.
Yeah, she'll run, and then she'll just have this one moment like a kid jumping into a puddle, when you're just like, yep.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome sauce. So, Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Oh, that's a net 20.
Damn. Okay, you're fine. Just looks
Does take
cool.
any? Do I take half damage though?
Takes half damage, yeah.
Oh, half damage. Okay, so I'll roll 2d8.
while she does that, did we just watch Sooty crop dust the dragon?
Yes, you did.
It's an important question. Okay, I just want to make sure that's what we all witnessed.
You did indeed.
That would take it to 11.
11.
11
Nice.
thunder damage and is pushed if it's a half damage. Oh, and isn't pushed. Okay. So yeah. 11.
Sweet. So Sati towards the hole. Chappy, you've watched this happen just below you. Sati just ran along, made a big sound, and then ran off as if nothing happened. The dragon is very preoccupied with Biff right now. What would you like to do?
Partially in an attempt to get to the window quickly, partially because I happen to think that Sooty has a really, really great idea. He's going to fly down to the window, letting off, as it were, a rear thunder wave at second level, just to add insult to injury.
Sonic boom.
Okay. That will be a 15 on the dex save.
Just enough, unfortunately. So 7.
So 7. Hey, all damage is damage. So you swoop down, boom, the dragon as you do. A second thunder wave emanates as you swoop towards the window, which will bring us back to the dragon. And she's gonna lean right down to you, Biff, and sniff you ominously and growl deeply before she makes 3 attacks to the face. But she's gonna make them with advantage. So oh no, I'm sorry. So that is a 25 on the bite.
Yeah.
That is a 18 on one of the claws.
Yep.
And that is a 26 on the other claw.
Yep.
So they all hit. So you take, the bite is, oh, ouch. 1. You take 20 points of piercing damage on the bite, plus, so that's reduced to 10, plus 6 poison damage from the bite.
Okay.
On the claws, you take, I'll just roll all these together because they're the same. 14 points of, no, sorry, 22 points of slashing damage from the claws. So reduce that to 11.
Okay, so 11, 10, and 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have 1 hit point left.
But great birds think alike.
And you watch, like, she sort of like licks her lips after she bites you. And growls again. Maylene.
Yikes! So she's gonna, like, because she's running in the direction of the thing, she's gonna turn when she feels like she's gotten another distance of running away, and she is going to shoot 2 agonizing Eldritch Blasts.
Nice.
So there's the first to hit is a 14.
14 does not hit.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, so we'll add a plus, what was it? I feel like I've got this number wrong. Oh, it's been a +4 this entire time. Who would have ever known? So it'll be a 4 plus D10 for 13 forced damage.
Nice. Okay. Are you
And she's going
see
to-
that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Continue to run. She's going to continue to run because this
All
is
right, cool.
terrifying.
Cool. You can see actually at this point the dragon is looking pretty rough. She's kind of like limping on one claw. Her wings are a bit, saggy. They're not as pert as they once were. She's looking a bit injured, a bit sad, a bit like she's regretting some life choices.
Well, if that's the case, Malene might actually stop because something in her mind, her heart of hearts goes, I want dragon scales. So she might actually stop if the dragon actually looks like there's a chance. Like her little like her sharp teeth kind of point out into a smile, and she kind of just waits at this 80 feet distance.
Okay, Biff, you're up. This dragon has just literally taken a chunk out of you.
I have to say, you are a very formidable opponent. I may have underestimated you just a little.
As many men do.
How do I feel? Do I feel like I could do it? Do I feel like I could end it?
I mean, probably. If you get a good hit in, you might have this.
But the rest of the group is already run inside, right?
Most of them are gone, yeah.
A wise man once said, "He who runs lives to fight another day." And as much fun as this has been, I think I would like to live to fight another day. So I'm going to disengage and start running for that window.
Okay. Okay, so you hop away, dash for the window, which will bring us to due diligence.
Do is still waiting for everybody to get in. So seeing as how people aren't doing that yet, he's just going to lean back out. In here. Semaphore the whole 9 yards. And cast Chill Touch on the dragon.
Cool.
And again, I apologize. I don't have... Well, I have this book right here. Never mind. Let me look it up.
I do like to imagine, though, that due diligence does have tiny flags that he gets out to do semaphore. And he's just like...
Yes, very much so. Yes. As a trained and responsible member of the TPD, he has been trained in multiple forms of communication.
Of course.
Including semaphore.
Might come in handy someday, you never know.
Never know. Ranged spell attack. Right, got it. Okay. I don't know why my app isn't working today. That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
So that'll be 2d8. Are we rolling double dice, or are we doubling what we roll?
Double dice.
Okay.
As written in we'll do as written in the book. So it's double your dice.
Okay, so
roll double the amount of dice, yeah.
Okay. So that's 14 points of necrotic.
14 points of necrotic damage. Okay.
Yep.
How do you want to administer this to the dragon?
The skeletal hand comes up and by the neck. You're under arrest, and then just snap.
Okay, so you'll watch as this skeletal hand comes out and grasps the dragon by the neck and just snaps its neck. As it does, the long sort of the green neck of the dragon sort of transforms into that of a woman, a middle-aged woman with a very neatly kept white hair that's all coiffed, and she's in an impeccably sharp suit as she just falls limp on the ground.
Malene's gonna run back towards the dragon like at full speed, super excited, like clapping her little hands. She's going to charge at the woman.
You immediately hear the sound of a dot matrix printer printing out a warrant for this woman, whoever they are.
You got the right to search.
Okay, so as you wheel over, due diligence, you recognize this as Mallory E.
How tall is this woman? Just size-wise.
She's about average height. She does have a pair of killer heels on, though.
Malene will take them.
All right. As luck would
does
have it,
Molly-
they fit perfectly.
Oh, wonderful. Does she have anything else nice? Like earrings on or a nice hair clip?
She's
Moline's, like,
impeccably
taking-
styled.
Taking off accessories, putting them in, like, oh, look at this beautiful hair clip. The suit is a little too small, so we're not going to defile the corpse completely, but Moline does want to
you
collect
just
some.
loot for her accessories. She has a beautiful tennis bracelet, a couple of rings, some gorgeous diamond earrings, and you're just like, yoink, do. What are the rest of you doing right now?
Kicking
Standing in
myself
line,
for
waiting
not-
at the window in the cross traffic.
Kicking myself for not attacking the dragon and ending it myself.
Well,
But
this feels like a good short rest time.
yes, I think so.
It was lucky. I was about to say that its mother was a kobold and its father smelled of elderberries.
Very
Bravo.
good.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, so are you guys taking a short rest then?
I think so.
So as Chirpy and Biff sort of just like lean up against each other on the ground, like with one hit point left, dying to themselves.
Pretty much.
You watch as while you're resting, the thorns around Briar's castle sort of crumble and fall apart. And I'll let you roll your hit dice and stuff first.
I'm going to grab the window and so that the glass doesn't shatter and just kind of set it down gently. Yep. We don't want to make a mess.
No, wouldn't want to make a mess. Not like you've ever done that before.
Does anyone else need any healing? I can help there.
Oh no.
I mean,
Or are we all good after a
Moline-
rest?
See,
No,
Moline's
I
just going to
should
burn
be
all of her
fine.
hit die. Yeah, Moline just
I
burns
should probably
all
Might
of
as
her
well.
one
hit
of
die.
them.
Yep.
We have
Yeah,
a we
I
have
might
a
as well
bar
just
too,
roll.
so don't forget Song of Rest.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. What is that bonus for the song, Rose?
An additional D6.
Mm-hmm.
Do we roll
Actually,
the
one hit
D6?
die takes me within one of full, so I'm good.
Okay, so as you rest up, you hear footsteps approaching behind you. And you
From
turn
the
to
castle?
see, no, from the street.
Okay.
From the long fancy sort of driveway up to the castle. It's lined with trees and
Yes.
you see Special Agent Charming with his fabulous long hair, his handsome good looks, his very extremely chiseled jaw, his over the top uniform with the pauldrons and the lot, and he says, thank you all for dealing with that dragon for me. Now, if you excuse me, I have
I
a
cast
princess
Hold Person.
Okay. So let me that is a big fail. As he's halfway through saying, I have a princess to smoot, he freezes in place with a very
Hang
dickhead
on,
look on his
pissy.
face.
Hey, if anyone's going to be smooching princesses, it's going to be me and Sooty.
That's right. Pro kissers here.
Meili, do you still have that marker?
Always. I always. Hold on, let me just. Yes, right here.
Excellent. I'm going to draw a big curly mustache on Charming, and the Van Dyke beard,
Yep.
unibrow. I'm gonna fill in the unibrow.
Oh, and a hairy mole. A hairy mole. A hairy mole.
Oh, and a hairy mole. Yes, in there. Oh, and we should do another one over here too, right? Yes. Okay.
Your
Yes, make
letter's
him
the
look
best due
symmetrical.
diligence, right? Finbar is the best on his forehead.
Finbar was here.
Finbar was here. For
Finbar
Finbar.
was here.
Finbar was here. It's now written on the forehead.
Okay.
Now
I
we know
see-
Also,
Go ahead.
by utter insanity.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
We have to get some
I
marketing
live
out
for
there
that.
some way. You
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and as you're sort of like doing this to him, as you're filling in the unibrow, especially the unibrow, you can see him just cry a little bit as you get closer to filling the unibrow. You see he has impeccably manicured eyebrows. This man takes a lot of care with his brow game, and you've just drawn a big monobrow on him, and he's very upset about it, and he's just crying. The tears are spilling down his face, but he can't emote, so he's just kind of like, but also tears are just coming down as you write all these things on his face.
Now let's go kiss a princess.
Oh,
Hurry up,
there's
because this is only going to last for a minute.
someone-
Oh, I take the manacles and I manacle the body to Prince Charming.
There we go. Now let's do this
Okay.
kiss.
So that's done. Then we can leave. And the
Meanwhile-
warrant. There's a warrant on the body.
Okay, so you shackle Special Agent Charming to a maybe dead woman, you're not sure, but she's not moving anymore anyway, and she's been looted of shoes and jewelry. You shackle Charming to this woman as you make your way into the castle. And you can see...
as we do,
Mhm.
sorry, as we do, since there's talk to kissing, Chirpy is going to cast Disguise Self
Mhm.
into an Elvis impersonator of Best Vegas style. So the full lame jumpsuit.
Mhm.
That way he can be strutting along and wiggling his hips as he goes behind to give the right ambience for the kissing moment when it arrives.
Does he have sunglasses?
Oh yeah.
Does he... Oh, top notch. Okay.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you very much.
You head into the castle and you see that much like the rest of Thailandia, all the staff in here are asleep. You see even like a tiny little chihuahua with a bright pink collar that's encrusted with diamantes is asleep on a big cushion in the main hall. There's like serving staff with like a bottle of prosecco on the ground. They've been trying to take it to Briar. You're not entirely sure where to go, except for the parapet, which is where the big light was coming from. But you're not entirely sure where that is in the castle. Now, from where you can see in the grand hallway, there is a staircase with two sets of stairs on either side leading up to a balcony with a big door at the back. There's one door to your left, one door to your right.
I look for a map. There's always a map that says you are here with a big X on it.
Roll me investigation checks.
Can I just assist due diligence because I'm not smart
Yeah,
enough to do it on my
sure.
own? Don't worry, I'll look for signs with letters on them.
So advantage on that, correct?
Yes.
So that's a 19 total.
19. Okay. You dig around looking for a sort of map or anything like that, and you can't you don't see one pinned up on the walls or anything like that. But you start poking around some of the serving staff, and one of them has what appears to be a like a notebook tucked into their breast pocket. And as you open it up, you see there's it's like a little diary, and there's a sort of crudely drawn map in there. You see the previous entry is like they're so excited to start their first day at Briar's Castle. They've heard so much. Maybe they'll get to go to a party. I got lost a ton of times though, so I got the cook to draw me this map. And you have a makeshift map.
Excellent.
So, labeled on the
Have a
map,
map.
you are currently in the entrance hall. To your left, there is a library. To your right, there is a series of salons and offices and bits where like the staff do their thing. The right wing of the house is like the serving quarters, and labeled up the stairs through that main door leads to Briar's personal quarters, where her rooms are.
I lead the way.
Okay. As you make your way up the staircase and you approach the door, you hear shuffling footsteps enter the entrance hall, and you hear ragged breathing, and well, no force on earth will stop me from smooching that princess, I swear. As Charming staggers into the hall.
Oh, he's down in the hall below us as we're going up?
Yes, he is.
Does anyone have any more hold persons?
I can do hold person or I can do fireball.
Great balls of fire.
Magic missile? Grease? I could do grease. I could cast grease.
Yes, perhaps that.
That's probably what we need to do here. Keep him from being able to walk up the stairs.
I cast
Or
grease
any
in front of
stairs,
him
ever
going
again.
up the stairs. Yeah.
Okay, so in front of him. Okay, so not on him.
No, on him and going up. Yeah, he's just on
Okay.
the very edge of it.
Okay, so you need to make a dex save for Charming, right? So he doesn't eat shit.
Yes.
I failed the save. Hey, surprise, surprise, that's a theme.
Okay, so he's going to fall prone,
Okay.
and then entering the area or ending his turn in there, he'll have to succeed on the dex saving throw. The grease will last for a minute. It just stays. It's not concentration.
Okie doke.
And then we continue up to...
Okay. So you'll watch as due diligence spins around and just casts grease on Charming, and you can see now that where he was manacled to Mallory, there's the manacle still attached to him, and a feminine hand just in the other side of the manacles. Just still
that's
there.
disgusting.
And he strides towards the staircase, but as he hits the grease, his feet just slip underneath him, and he goes, oh, it has like a Looney Tunes moment as his feet skid underneath him before he just, bam, face first into the grease. And you watch as he lifts his head up, and the marker pen you've drawn is all over his face with is starting to run, and so his monobrow is dripping down his nose, his mustache is dripping down his cheeks, and he's just sort of he looks very, very sad right now as he's clawing his way up the tower, and he says, the princess is mine.
Hurry up, Malene, hurry up. And I cast grease twice more, coating 2 more sections of the stairs.
Melina's like picked up to like a little jog in the direction, her fancy heels and jewelry. She's so ready for this moment. I will smooth.
And there's just a little hose, and he's just hosing down the stairs with grease.
It smells terrible. Is there anything else anybody would like to do to sabotage Charming right now?
That's a good question. Is there anything I actually have to do that? You know what I'll do? You know, I actually have something. Once a day I can cast darkness as a tiefling. So I'm going to just cast darkness in the area where he is trying to maneuver, so he can't see anything while he's trying to maneuver through this. So good luck to getting up the stairs even when the grease fades.
And in the section where Malene is casting darkness, I'm just going to take my maul and punch holes in the stairs.
Okay. Roll me some strength checks just to see how well you destroy this staircase.
Sure. 5 should do it. All right, so we've got 22, an 8, a 16, a 15, and an 11.
Okay, so Malene, you're just about to cast darkness. As you do, Biff just storms in and just starts smashing holes in the staircase. And you see that, like, this staircase is made of marble, but with your maul, being almost killed by a dragon. Just everything is just built up, and you're just smashing holes through this solid marble staircase. And you look down, and it just leads to the floor beneath. So there's quite a drop beneath the staircase. And then suddenly you back up as that entire area just goes dark. And you just hear Charming go, who turned out the lights? What is happening? What is wrong with you people?
Okay, everybody, let's go.
Okay, so you make your way through the corridors of this castle, and I would actually like you, as you all run through a main corridor that has it's tacky as shit. There's like gilded mirrors everywhere. Everything's bejeweled. Like the floors are like marble run through with rose gold. It's like it's rough to look at. It's a lot. But I would like you all to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Would you consider this a thing that I can see?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will have
Dirty
advantage.
20.
A dirty 20. Nice.
So that's a nat 1 for a 3.
Mhm.
Ooh,
That's a 7 for Biff, even with advantage.
that's a nat 20 to smooch, a nat 20 to smooch. You can't stop me here.
Cannot be stopped. And what did Chirpy get?
By the time it's all said and done, he's up at 15.
Okay, so Chirpy, Mylene, Sooty, you all see this large like log just descend from the ceiling and swing out towards you to hit you. But you see that it's been incredibly blinged up, and it has like a grill on the front, like knuckle dusters that are all like pink and have little bunny gems all over them and stuff like that. It's a lot. You duck out of the way. However, Biff, Due Diligence, Chirpy, not Chirpy. You got a 15, right?
Yeah.
So Biff and you guys are sort of trailing towards the back. You've been doing the most to disrupt Charming, as this thing just Mylene and Sooty and Chirpy sort of dive out of the way at the last second. But Biff and Dew, you're not quick enough. You don't see it, and you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing just comes out of nowhere and just boom.
Dew literally rings like a bell. Dong. Yeah. He's just like,
Does anyone else hear that bell?
He's kind of vibrating on the floor.
It's like a
bought the
gong
wooden
just
bell.
having a ring.
For the kissing later on.
Christ.
Okay,
He literally had his
so-
bell rung.
For whom the bell tolls indeed. So you make your
Indeed.
way past this battering ram it's a sort of medieval Home Alone sort of anti-intruder device. You make your way back towards this end of the corridor, and as you get to the end of the corridor, limping his way, covered in grease, the marker pen running down his face, still clutching the severed hand of Marilee E., you see Charming propping himself up at the doorway. I will smooch the princess.
Melina's going to cast Fly on herself so
Create-
she can increase her movement speed to 60.
Create bonfire on Charming.
Create bonfire.
Oof,
So you
covered
set
in
him on
grease.
fire.
She-
Oh, God.
It worked before.
So he sort of begins making his way down the corridor past the log towards you as you cast Create Bonfire on him, and he just erupts in an inferno, and you hear him scream as he tries to pat himself down. He drops and rolls, and he's rolling all over the floor, rolling himself on this pink carpet that lines this marble hallway. And it's not working, so he stands up and just dives out of the window, and there's a as the glass smashes, and Charming's flaming body just disappears out of the side of the castle.
Beautiful. I can't wait to tell Finbar when he comes home from vacation.
My friends, I think I'm beginning to have the feeling that is not the last time we will see this Charming.
No, he works with us. Moline just continues to fly. Is there a doorway I'm going to?
Yes, there's a doorway at the end of this corridor, and you see as the door is open, and it leads to a spiral staircase. And you believe that you were probably at the bottom of the staircase that leads to the tower. So you fly your way up, Maylene? Yeah, you don't bother with stairs. So the rest of you making your way up the staircase, I would like another dexterity saving throw, please.
I say Chirpy Elvis is probably flying after her at this point.
Cool.
Another deck save, you said?
Another dex save
From all of us?
from all of you. Yep.
22 for Biff this time.
Well, not for Chirpy because he's flying, or Maylene.
22 for Sooty as well.
Nice.
They built the trap too tall.
I'm going
Thank
to
you,
add,
guys.
as a reaction, I can add 4 to a saving throw. It's only going to make it a 10, but so I'll probably still fail.
Okay, so as Maylene and Chirpy, as you are flying, you hear a clunk, and you look down as the staircase sort of flattens and becomes an incredibly steep ramp. Biff and Sooty, you two see this happening. You see it occur, and you sort of cling to the side of the walls to stop this from happening. However, I don't know, you're caught up in setting Charming on fire about everything that's happened today, but you aren't just not quick enough to spot this happening, and you begin to slide back down the tower.
It's those wheels.
Oh, noted.
Muted.
I keep doing that today. Eventually, the little grappling hooks will come out, and he'll just, and I mean, there'll be a little bit of a before he stops. Yeah.
Yeah. So you begin to slide down, and the grappling hooks, and you make some horrible gouts in this beautiful marble as you slide your way down. If you want to claw your way back up, I would like a athletics check, please.
Okay. Yes. Spikes come out of the feet, and
And can I get athletics checks from Biff and Sooty as well, please?
Okay.
Sure.
That would be a 17.
okay, that did not accept that. Okay.
My rolls to say either seem to be epic failures or epic success, and I'm kind of.
I'm
26 for Biff.
10 for do.
Oh, you're not having much luck. Okay, so Sooty, you almost call to something primal within the marble. You know, it's natural, it's stone, and you sort of instinctively sort of know where to put yourself to make your way up. It seems to be polished, but somehow as you're climbing, little indentations appear for you that let you climb up easily. Biff, this is a freaking great leg day for you. You just sort of hunker down and just stride up. Your thighs are burning by the time you reach the top, but oof, it's a good ache. You don't need to do leg day for a while. Your little wheels are spinning, the grips are in, but it's just not getting traction. You are currently stuck.
How high do we have to go? How far up is this?
It's like 100 feet. It's pretty
Oh.
extensive.
All right, so the ladder won't help me then.
Do you need help,
He's
my
just gonna-
friend?
Ooh, I have an
Yes.
idea. Melina's gonna take her friend Horace. Can Horace? Hold on, wait. Actually, let me see. Because I'm pretty sure that I can use my familiar to cast touch spells, can't I? Or is that something else?
Yes.
I think so.
Well, we'll let it happen.
Okay, so she's gonna just, because Horace is a spider. Horace can climb on anything. She's going to use Horace. She's going to toss him onto the ledge to run down, and to use her other spell to gently touch Due Diligence and cast Fly on Due as well.
Okay. So, Due, as your wheels are spinning and you can't quite make it, you watch as this spider skitters down to you, and a little leg comes out. Little leggy goes, boop, touches you, and suddenly, you can fly.
Little wings come out. He looks like a little rocket. Little wings, little jetpack.
So, Due, you sort of make your way up the tower, and all of you stand at the door to Briar's chambers. It is closed.
I knock. TPD, we have a warrant.
There's no response.
I check the handle.
It appears to be locked.
Biff, you're strong. Knock it down. Do it for the smooch, Biff. Do it for the smooch.
Pick up the smooches.
I was gonna say, do we have an expert at opening locks? But I suppose if we don't, and I wind up with the maul to smash the door
Get
down.
out of the way.
City's gonna hide behind Due Diligence at this point.
Is that just an attack roll?
Yes.
If so, that is a 24.
24.
For,
Okay.
11
We
points
fear no
of-
door.
Sorry, 12 points of damage.
All right. So, Biff, how are you kicking it? Are you hitting it with your maul? Are you shoulder barging
Yeah.
it?
No, smashing it with them all.
Okay. So you bring back the maul over your head and just smash it in. You are an expert. One thing you did get trained in at the academy was breaking and entering, breaching and clearing. That's your forte. And you just smash in the door and open as you see what appears to be a large bedroom with a very, very big four-poster bed in the middle with lots of drapes and stuff hanging down from it. It leads to, beyond it is a large balcony window, which is currently open. The curtains are drifting in the wind, and you see that there is a balcony beyond that. There's another presence in this room.
Hello?
You currently can't see much beyond the curtains on the bed, which are down.
Maline's gonna fly in there and just kind of like rip back the curtains.
Okay. As you rip back the curtains, you see a very beautiful woman lying there asleep, her eyes closed. She's wearing a fancy sleeping gown, sort of way over the top for sleeping in. She's all tucked up neatly in her bed. Her eyes closed, long blonde hair spilling out aloft, and inches away from her face, eyes closed, lips puckered, is Officer Bob.
Melina's gonna throw a punch instinctively and goes, "We have to detect thoughts for consent first."
Okay, so roll to attack Bob.
All right. Let's see. What's my strength modifier? Okay.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts? to see if there's consent
I rolled a
on both
nat
parties?
1 for a punch. I've got very tiny hands. Just like a gentle, like, consent.
Yeah, it's just a little consent, you idiot. He sort of goes, "Oh, Maylene, I'm sorry. I heard that's what you did with princesses if they was asleep. And, well, everybody else in the police station was asleep, and I thought that I'd done some excellent policing work by figuring out that it was Briar Rose's sleep that was doing it. Did I
Can't
do
kiss
something
anyone
wrong?
unless you... We have to use due diligence, a special ability to read the minds to see if we can smooch this lady. And we'll ask her who she wants to smooch.
But
Hopefully
isn't
it's me,
people-
not you.
But isn't reading people's minds also morally ambiguous? Aren't people entitled to their own thoughts without probing?
She'll know.
I'm not
She'll know and
probing.
she can say no.
I too have
I'm-
thoughts on what is being discussed.
And what were your thoughts?
I am not
Hello,
probing.
my name is Officer Bob. Pleasure to meet you.
Officer, I'm getting
Before
throat of madness to you.
It's just insight without the insight.
I'm just all shook up.
Hey, you look like that singer man that does the wiggle thing. And he sort of shakes his hips and does an Elvis impression.
Just a hunk of burning love.
Never
No,
understood.
wait, that was charming. That was charming. Never mind.
And speak of the devil, from the balcony, a charred hand. The princess is mine. And he claws his way up from the balcony, throws himself over. His beautiful long hair is just frazzled.
Malene's going to
person.
put her hand like this over the princess's lips. She's just going to hold it there and she goes, due diligence, ask her brain if she can be kissed by someone.
Well, first I'm going to cast Hold Person on Charming, and then I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts
Okay. You were
using my last two spell slots.
Charming steps forward and he kind of reaches at his belt as if he's going to go for a sword, and he says, "I swear this time I am not joking." And he freezes in place once again. So you guys detect thoughts on Briar Rose, and you hear just, "Oh my god, what's going on right now? So much sound in my bedroom." Oh.
Do I get any impression that she wants to be kissed?
If somebody like addressed a question, she can hear what's going on is what you're getting right now. So somebody needs to ask her.
Miss, do you want to be kissed? Who would you like to kiss you?
Oh my god. So they have to be so dreamy, and maybe a prince, and maybe a girl, because I did kiss a girl once and I did like it, so I don't know. But yeah, sure.
What did she say?
A prince or a girl?
I'm a noble woman. And Malene bends down and kisses her.
As
While that's going
Maylene-
on,
Mhm.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you do your thing first.
Oh, while that whole conversation was going on, Biff walked over to the held Charming, and I assume there's like a wardrobe or something in this room. I'm just gonna open the wardrobe up, stick him in the wardrobe, close the wardrobe, and then bar the wardrobe with my maul.
Okay. So we're putting Charming in the closet.
Yep.
Locking him in there. As Maylene leans down and plants a smooch on Briar's lips, and as she does, her cheeks flush with color and her eyes flutter open, and bright blue eyes stare at you, Maylene.
Hello, I am noble blood and I'm a girl, so I kissed you because you consented. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So, like, did you totally break that spell?
I don't know. I mean, you're awake.
Oh my God, you totally did. Okay, so, sorry, I'm not kind of like romantically, no, but we could be besties. Do you want to be besties? Like, you put a kiss on me, and I mean, like, we could go shopping, take out the
I do
new
like
car
to
for a
switch friends,
spin.
so yes, and I have new earrings and shoes I can wear.
They look so good. By the way, girl, can I just say? So good. So meanwhile, while this is happening, what are the rest of you folks doing?
Leaning
I'm
against the
consoling Officer
wardrobe.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob is like, well, I thought she was really pretty. I wish she could have been my girlfriend.
What about Addison?
Oh, Edison's a good friend of mine. We're just friends.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go get donuts.
That sounds good. Can I just like could you note in your paperwork that I was here first though? Because I feel like there was some really,
Yes.
really good police work that I did, and I feel like I should get recognition for it.
Yes, you should, and you will. I will make sure that you are cited and citationed. We may even promote you to Constable Bob.
What? Oh, that would be amazing. We'll just give me a second, and then we can go get donuts. And you watch
Okay.
as he walks over to Briar, who is chatting away with Maylene about all the things they're going to do, all the shopping and all this stuff. And he goes up and he says, excuse me, miss, I would like to just introduce myself. I am Officer Bob with the TPD, and I was the one that
Constable
did find
Bob.
you. Oh, sorry, Constable Bob of the TPD, and I did find you. And well, I'm glad you're all right. And then he takes her hand, her tiny, tiny hand in his, and plants like a really sloppy kiss on it. And she's just like, thanks. Sure. And sort of waves him off. And he just turns to you and goes, all right, donuts then, let's go.
All right, and Do and Constable Bob will go get donuts.
Okay. So you two head out to find donuts, and as you do, you notice that the people around are slowly waking up. The staff in the castle are awakening, and you hear many, many surprised shouts about the state of the staircase. And as you wheel your way down, this very hoity-toity elven man says, excuse me, do you know what happened to this staircase?
Officer Due Diligence of the TPD, the man responsible is in the wardrobe upstairs. We captured him.
What do you mean in the wardrobe upstairs?
It was quite simple, sir. And he'll go into a quick performance song of how charming dribbled and fell and destroyed his way up, screaming, I must have the princess. All the way up. Really,
Right.
an absolute scoundrel.
Quite, sir, quite. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me abreast, if you mind the pun, of the situation. Where is Princess right now?
Oh, she's still in her room. We're going to go get donuts.
Right.
An
Carry
ice
on.
cream cake.
And tell
And
me
ice cream
again,
cake.
who are you with?
TPD.
Right.
To butter.
We have an award.
Duly noted. I see. Well, thank you for your hard work, officers.
Don't forget to
No
donate
thing.
to the policeman's association.
Oh, we will. Oh, I certainly will. I love the policeman's ball. Yes, quite. Well, I'll see you
Thank
there
you.
next time. And he waves you off.
Yes, sir.
We'll just cut to Maylene and Briar. Is there anything else you want to do before you say your goodbyes to Briar?
We're gonna exchange numbers.
Mhm.
We're going to She's gonna give one of her new rings to her as like a friendship ring. Going to compliment her pajamas and ask her where she buys them. Tell her to ignore the man in the chest. Someone will take care of him. If you do let him out, he will try to smooch you, so be careful. He's kind of gross. And that if she ever needs a boyfriend, to call Finbar because he's the nicest man in the world. And then she's going to leave.
Okay. Now if you give me 1 second, I just have to quickly look up a thing.
As we're all walking outside, I'm going to place a hand on Chirpy's shoulder and say, "You know, my friend, you did a real good job today. I was very impressed with what you did. You reminded me a lot of an Aarakocra who, well, is a bit of a celebrity, and he inspired me to go into the line of civic duty. Aarakocra by the name of Steven Seagal. He was an actor, and I don't know why my accent all of a sudden changed. He was an actor,
it happens when you're around Aarakocra. I don't know why either, but it just happens.
For some reason, I absorbed a different accent. But anyway, he was an actor, and he became a police officer, and he inspired me.
All right. As you guys are chatting, as Maylene rejoins the group, you see as a bunch of Princess Briar's security team escort Charming out of the building, and as he comes by, you see he looks strangely different. He seems to be exuding whipped cream from his paws, and he has scales. And you hear as one of the security team walk by and sees you looking, goes, "Yeah, this sick fucker was hiding in Princess Briar's wardrobe, oozing cream all over. Can you fucking believe it? Oh, makes me sick."
I don't.
And Sooty's going to like tug on like Maylene's like clothing, just go like,
I know that we're not meant to kink shame. That's weird, right?
No shame, totally weird. I think that surpasses kink.
Yes.
I think that goes into just creepy land.
Yes. We can shame creep.
One should exactly. I mean, you know, if you're using the cream with consent, then it's one thing, but to be just doing it in the privacy of a wardrobe, that's another weird thing.
No one consented to that.
This whole time, Charming is like, "This is a setup. This is bullying. I'm a special agent. Yeah, with the FIB. This is outrageous. This will not stand. I'm gonna get Finley and his little group of creeps. This is war."
He doesn't have a warrant. We do. I
This
informed the
is
security.
war. He looks you dead in the eyes, due diligence, and just says, "War."
I am a war wizard, yes.
And then he's been pulled away and he's screaming, "No, no!" But they can't keep hold of him because he's covered in cream, so he keeps sort of like slipping. It's a horrible sight.
Well, what do you say, my friends? After a
Donuts.
job well done, I say, laissez le bon temps rouler.
Yes. Donuts and
I
ice cream
barely
cake.
speak common, so just make sure we bring a coffee home for the captain.
That means let the good times roll.
Rock and roll.
Do's feet become wheels.
So, where are you heading to?
We have to pick up donuts. We promised Bob, but we should also
And
pick
ice cream
coffee for the
cake.
captain.
Yes.
It is a job well done. Ice cream cake is in the works. The case was solved. Or so you thought. Now, as you exit the castle of Princess Briar, you are confronted with a shoeless, jewelryless, handless Mallory E, who looks pissed.
I believe the
Where?
man you're looking for is security has him.
I don't care about my hand. Where are my shoes?
Malene is going to kind of like shift behind Biff because he's bigger. She's just kind of
Okay.
like,
I'm quite certain that the man who cut off your hand also took your shoes. He said he was going to, and I do not judge this, but he said he was going to take them and sniff them later.
we don't kink shame.
I do not kink shame, but this is what he said.
Okay, so just roll me a stealth check, Malene, to hide behind Biff. Okay,
Have advantage
So-
because he's so big.
I'll give you advantage because he's so big, but that's still an 8. She says, "You may not kink shame, but I certainly do. That is gross and weird. And you, cowman, you did taste delicious, but you have some interesting fetishes. I'm not sure I'm on board with that, dear. However, that one behind you, the one with the horns, don't think I can't recognize those shoes from 3 miles away."
Malene's going to quickly cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
As she's looking at it, she's going to cast Minor Illusion, and she's going to be wearing just really ugly just boots. She's
Okay.
like, I think you might have lost a little blood, my friend. I'm just wearing boots.
She just down and goes, "What are those?"
They're a gift from my mother.
Your mother has terrible taste.
Ouch.
That was rude.
I don't
See,
care.
burn.
Yeah, man, she's gonna need some aloe for that burn.
Speaking of, were you not impersonating a dragon earlier? I believe that is a crime. Is that not a crime?
It's not a crime to be a dragon. I believe
But it is a
your
crime to
chief-
attack TPD officers.
You attacked me first.
No,
Mm,
we had a warrant. You were interfering with the due process of the law.
I think you'll find, actually, that legally I was well within my rights. You see, as, well, head fashion editor at Vogue, and, well, my side hustle is being the #1 worst evil witch in Thailandia, which is legally protected, by the way. It is a real job. It is well within my rights to enact a curse if I should wish to do so. And you see, yes, ugly shoes.
Excuse me, ma'am. As police officers, it's well within our right to kill you again.
You may want to consult your law books one more time.
I can't read.
That makes perfect sense.
I think we should still arrest you.
Again, you can try.
Very well.
I'm
You are under
Grapple
arrest.
check.
Can you
Can I
do
print
a
out a
grapple
warrant?
check?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grab her.
Okay.
And I print out a
This is
warrant.
the episode we TPK.
Okay, I
My
got an
gosh.
18.
Okay. 24.
Oh, shit. Okay. So, as as you, as she says, you can try. Biff comes up and grabs her. I'm starting to think you have something for me.
Yes, medicals, and I put them on her ankles.
Well, anklets aren't in, dear. They've been out for quite some time.
You only have one wrist.
I have 2 wrists. I'm just missing a hand.
Well, yes, but if you're missing a hand, I cannot handcuff you.
Excellent point. Well, you've got me. Well done.
We'll take you down to the station after we get donuts and ice cream cake.
You can have one donut, but you're a criminal, so you only get one.
Oh.
And you only get a plain one,
Daddy's
no
donut.
glazed.
Oh.
Yes.
But you can
Well,
have
there's no
whatever
special
coffee you
glaze.
like.
Oh. Well, I was just about to say you're wasting my time and yours, but if I get a coffee and a donut out of it. Excellent. I'll pop in, see your chief. Exchange gossip as we dragons do. And then I'll be on my way. So, this is an amusing overture. Your arms are actually quite nice. What is your name, by the way?
Me?
Mm.
Oh, my name is Beef. And perhaps I do have a thing for you. Maybe we can go get some chicken wings later. And I like bend her arm into like the chicken wing and push her forward to start her walking as we make our way to the donut shop.
You know, for a first date, this is terrible. And she walks off, shoeless. Okay, so you make your way to the coffee shop. Are we going to the Muffin Man's?
Who lives on Drury Lane?
He does live on Drury Lane.
Have they fixed the roads yet? That's a good question.
Oh, I know
Yes.
the Muffin Man.
If they've fixed the roads, I think it'll be safe to travel, but
She's married to the Muffin Man.
Who lives
Who's
on
married to
Drury
the
Lane?
Muffin?
well, she's married to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! She's married to the Muffin Man. My lord.
Okay, so you find that the cobblestones on Drury Lane have indeed been repaired. You get the sense that the captain had kicked up quite a fuss since his little accident, and you go in. You see again the same elven person who had served you the last time. Oh, hey guys, what's up?
We need donuts.
Honest ice cream
And
cake.
coffee.
One
an ice cream
regular
cake.
coffee for the captain. And what does
Cool.
Scary Lady want? What coffee do you want?
She says, I like my coffee like I like my men. And she looks at Biff, strong and bitter.
One
But he's so
coffee
sweet.
with cow meat in it.
No, whole meat. I'm a vegan.
No, I think she wants extra nutmeg for that very bitter arsenic taste.
Charmer. So, your coffees are ordered, and also the ice cream cake is made and handed to you all, and you head back to the station. And you see the captain stood waiting for you in the stable.
You're alive! The captain's alive! Guys, the captain's alive. And he's not in a
Captain.
Hawaiian shirt.
Oh,
Suti's gonna go up and like hug just probably the only leg that she can reach.
Yeah, and he just kind of like pats your head like twice before sort of gently pushing you away. What is
It's
this
just
about?
sort of, like hug?
What is this about me being dead?
Well,
You were sleep
you won't
cursed.
wake up.
We tried everything.
A sleep curse. What?
We tried whistling. We tried doodling on you. Maylene even stabbed the desk. And then
You
we had
did.
to bring the desk back to life.
We
It's
mended
fine.
the
It was a
desk.
whole ordeal.
We killed a dragon and we saved the Princess Briar. I got a smooch and these earrings. And that lady got her hand cut off by Prince Charming.
And we were like accompanied by this like minotaur and this bird thing.
Officer
Bob
Bob
did a
is
whole
very
adventure.
helpful. Officer Bob should be put in for promotion to Constable Bob.
As you were saying all these things to him, you noticed that once you got to we doodled on you, we tried doodling, he stopped listening at that point. He heads straight back into his office. And there's a moment of silence as he ruffles through some drawers to find a mirror, and you just hear him scream as he looks at what you've done to his face.
They're flowers. They're pretty.
He comes
And
out.
they have
Daisies.
Dew is now holding the cup of coffee. Your coffee, Chief. Captain.
Yes. He
Well,
takes the
that
coffee.
wasn't the
bar.
worst part. I think we accidentally got you to commit adultery. I tried to kiss you to bring you back to life. I'm sorry. I'll tell your husband it was all my fault.
What?
But don't worry, we asked for consent before we kissed the princess.
Where
It's
was
true.
the asking me for consent?
Well, you wouldn't wake up. It was, you know,
That's
we
true.
thought it was a curse. It was a curse, you know, like true love's first kiss. I thought that the love between the boss and his favorite, like, the officer might be enough.
He puts the
You know,
coffee
there's
down.
there's no greater
his
love than the boss and his officer.
He very
It was
deliberately
assumed consent.
puts the coffee on his desk, clasps his hands together. Sooty, when have I ever shown anything but mild disdain for you?
Isn't
I
that
like
love?
to call it reading between the lines.
You were reading the wrong book.
But we
At least
solved
it
the
wasn't
case.
a gossip magazine.
The what?
What?
You know, maybe I should just go home. Maybe I should.
And Sooty just cowers under her desk.
Look. Tell me at least that you didn't completely embarrass the TPD while I was asleep.
No. We
no, sir.
we slayed her as a dragon. But she came back. She said she's allowed to cause curses and make the whole city fall asleep. But we told her we had to talk to you. I bought her a coffee though, as per to be nice. And then we saved the princess in the castle. I got earrings. I'm not giving them back. I know you said you're allowed to do a curse, but I'm keeping your earrings. We made the entire city wake up because everyone was asleep. We did save the day. Prince Charming did get
Prince
arrested,
Charm-
though, for hiding in the princess's wardrobe and oozing cream.
And
Yes,
cutting
it was
off her
rather
hand.
disturbing.
No
Especially
kink shame,
Charming
but
did
we do
what?
shame creep.
Wait, so let me get this straight.
It's very good to see you not in a Hawaiian shirt.
Why would I be in a Hawaiian shirt?
Because we thought you were dead.
Requiescant pace.
You'll just hear from under the desk.
So let me get this straight. And he kind of looks at Mallory with a sort of almost reverence. He says, Madam Efficient, you cursed the city. Is that right? And she
I'm
says,
city.
well, yes, I did, actually, yes. I had a very good reason. Surely you've read my story in the gossip magazines. Well, yes, you see. I was slighted, which is, it was part of the code of being an evil witch. If you do feel slighted, you are entitled to cast a curse or two. Granted, I may have gone overboard just a little bit with my curse. Got the whole city instead of Briar, but, well, I was angry. And the captain is like, leave it with me, Madam Efficient. I can get this all sorted for you. What
She also
about...
obstructed justice.
Thank you, due diligence. I shall oversee her case from here. I would like you all to file me the requisite paperwork. There's something in there about Bob deserving a promotion. Am I sure
Yes,
I want
sir.
to know why?
He was the first one to the princess.
Solid work there from Officer Bob. And I'm sorry, you two are...
New recruits for the TPD. I am Beef Bourguignon. You may recognize me from my exploits in the Squared Circle. I was a wrestler.
Yes. Oh, yes. I know you. My husband loves you. Always wearing your cologne. Smells like a barnyard in our house. And you?
And in the office.
I'm Chirpy Chip Chip at your service, sir. And he does a 47-12 bow.
Well, if what these lot are saying is true, and God help me, I'm inclined to believe them from time to time, then you two have served admirably. Wow, that's a difficult word to say. And if you should want it, a position is available for you.
Oh, very much obliged to you, sir.
I did hear you mention something about paperwork. Is that required of all your offices?
Absolutely.
Just put it on my desk like Fimbo does. I'll handle it.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then yes, I would absolutely like a position here.
Very well. You will find yourself sworn in as detectives from the TPD. Congratulations.
Wow, detective, so quickly. I guess we really did a good job, didn't we, Chirpy?
And then he turns to Mallory, says, just take a seat in my office for one moment. I'll be right back. And he watches, he goes over to the ice cream cake, and he cuts out a corner, and he puts on a little paper plate. And you watch as he goes over to Seti's desk, and he places it on top. And you hear him say, I'm sorry, Seti. My emotions got the better of me. I didn't mean what I said. Oh, you muted.
You'll just see her like peering out from like under the like,
That's okay. We're Gucci.
All right. And he gives you a little salute, heads off into his office, and that is where we will end our session for tonight. Woo! Okay, so
Hell yeah.
that was Once Upon a Time this week. Poor Charming, man. He really got the brunt of that there. That poor dude. We shall see what fate befalls Charming and whether or not he will be allowed back into the FIB after all of that at some point in the future. But before we say goodnight tonight, what we're going to do is we're just going to go around and we're going to just see where we are on the internet and where we can be found and whether or not we enjoyed ourselves tonight. So we'll start again with our guests. Steph and TJ, did you enjoy it tonight? And where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, that was superb. It's absolutely wonderful. Anytime I get the chance to resurrect a desk, you can find me pretty much anywhere on the social medias. I'm normally lurking out in chat, occasionally appearing here and there on in a game. But if you look, you'll see me.
All right. Okay, which will now bring us to Darkside VO.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I think obviously my Cajun accent needs a little work, but all in all, I had an amazing time going toe to toe with the dragon as a barbarian minotaur. It was a fun time. locking Charming in a closet was a fun time. You guys are all great. I had a blast. As was mentioned, I'm Dorkside VO on the Twitter. I also am the DM in residence at a Twitch channel called Roll Call RP. You can find us at twitch.tv/rollcallrp. And I also play TikToks, the Inventor Kobold Wizard on RPG Lab, twitch.tv/RPG Lab on Mondays.
Sweet. Okay. We will return once more to our steadfast crew that stay with us every week. Cleric of Cord, did you have fun tonight? And where can we find you on the internet?
I had a blast. You guys were amazing. I love Chippy. I love beef. I love beef and I love fowl. No. I am not a vegetarian.
It all works.
It won't, yeah. You guys were great. Truly, you really were. You were just seamless right into there. It was fantastic. I am at Cleric of Cord. If you want to know where to find me, check out the pinned tweet on my page on the Twitters at Cleric of Cord. Pretty kind of straightforward there. Yeah, really, I had never wished for an immovable rod more in my playing life than when we put Charming in the closet. That was the best. He really meant. I didn't realize how much he had irritated to the last game. So that was awesome. Thank you to Madame Gandalf, Bree, Susanna, Susie. Always a pleasure. Love you guys. Thank you, everybody who came out and watched, and we'll see you next week.
All right. And NPC Bree, did you have fun tonight? Where can we find you?
Oh my God, I had a blast. I always look forward to Sunday. I'm glad this week flew by so we could come back in. And yes, thank you guys so much for playing with us. I don't know how it keeps happening, but every week we just keep getting these amazing players to join us. It's really, really awesome. We've gotten super lucky so far. I'm super grateful y'all just went into it with us. The kind of psychotic need that both the player and the character in my realm needed to get against Prince Charming was really played out today, so that was good. I've been thinking about revenge for a while now, so it was nice to finally see it happen. I also got a good smooch in, and I didn't get beat up for it, so always great. And you can find me on Twitter at NPCBree, 2 E's. I spend all of my time there, more than anywhere else in real life or in online. Is kind of an addiction. I should be calling a therapist about it shortly, but whatever. You can find me there or on Twitch, the Greyhawk channel at Soulbear RPG here. Just follow me on Twitter if you want to keep track of it, because there's too much to say now.
Okie dokie. And last, selling number. Oh my God. Okay. Hey, Madam Gandalf, sorry, my brain no work after DM.
No work after DM. It gone. Oh no, just as always, it's always a lot of fun to just kind of get to be the ridiculous characters of this beautifully like ridiculous world of like fairy tales, and I love it. And you know, Stefan and Dorkseed, you both did so well with creating characters that really I feel blended in really well with Maylene, Due Diligence, and Sooty, and you know, stuff, right? But yeah, and so I had a lot of fun because, again, so many crazy things happening, and I just look forward to it every week with that because you never know what you're gonna get at all. But yeah, my name is Madam Gandalf. I'm everywhere as Madam Gandalf, and you can find me on like Scratch. You can find me on Jack LaFierce doing a podcast. You can find me here doing D&D. You can find me on my own stream. Is 6 days a week where I do cooking, singing, a whole bunch of different video games. Right now we're playing Persona 5, and yeah, you know, just come on by the Green Dragon Tavern and have a drink on me. We do a little bit of the same. I'll post the links in the chat-a-rooney.
All right. And as for me, I am Susanna Grace, otherwise known as Susie. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Susanna Grace. And that's Susanna with one N. Or as I've previously stated, a sweet American lady gets lots of like shit posts and stuff, and she's very confused why. But I am a variety streamer who does tabletop video games, art streams. You can find me on this channel on Thursdays and Fridays. On Thursdays, I'm here DMing. On Fridays, I'm a player in Acton Cthulhu, which is a 2D20 game from Modiphius Games, which is at 10 p.m. GMT, 5 p.m. EST. I play Elsie Braithwaite, who is a grease monkey from Leeds. And on Sundays, you can find me on WebDM, where I play a trash vampire child in the 80s in a Cypher System game. And that's at 8 p.m. on Sundays at GMT. Sorry, I'm in England. Otherwise, you can find me on my own Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Susanna Grace, where we have a weekly game of D&D on Mondays. Tuesdays, we have a Witcher tabletop game, and Wednesdays more D&D. So and tomorrow I'm playing some Resident Evil on my channel because there's no Acton Cthulhu. So come join me, get scared by zombies. But that is it for us tonight. We shall see you all next week for another thrilling fairy tale gone very, very wrong. What's the usual sign off? Sorry, try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be
there laughing.
When you do. See you later, folks.
But